You suck, your business sucks, and you'll never be successful. How many people paid you $5 grand? You ever lied to anybody? Okay, real quick. Anything you see in here? It's over, bro. What's your belief system? You're married, yes, to a woman, or you let your wife wear pants? When I ask you for something and you don't give it to me, are you knowing that you're lying to me?
Lying?
You cannot move being this comfortable. But you be in the crib and your drawers just like, hey, yo. My job is to make you fail. My job is to make you quit. My job is to make you cry. But if you survive it, success is on the other side. Like, subscribe, hit the like button and the subscribe button. That's the best way to support this channel. Listen, we're about to get into this episode, but I want you to know that you have something special, but you can't quit like the person that I'm interviewing, okay? The moment you realize that you are your own problem and you stop making excuses for all the things that you're not doing or the extracurricular things that you are doing that you don't need to be doing, you will become successful. You're gonna find that out in this episode, okay? So listen, I wanna see your comments in real time in the chat. If you agree with me, I want you to let me know I agree with you, David. If you agree with Brittany, if you think I'm being too hard on her, cuss me out in the chat, it's all good. I ain't tripping. Do not be afraid of this chat section. We are building a community in the chat, okay? So comment. I wanna hear what you're thinking in real time as you're thinking it. If you say something and you're jumping to conclusions, and then 10 minutes later you hear something else, you're like, oh, okay, I feel what they're saying. Just say, oh, my bad, I feel what you're saying now. It's all good. We need to run this comment. That is the most satisfying part for this hot seat for me, is watching your comments. So listen, let's get into the episode. Before we do that, go to themorningmeetup.com, join the #1 entrepreneurship community in the world. I meet with entrepreneurs every single morning, Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard Time, 8 a.m. Join me. All right, let's get to the episode. Welcome to the hot seat.
Thank you for having me.
Brittany, I need a little more energy, okay? Bring the mic a little closer, a little bit. Yeah, don't be afraid of it. Yeah, because the people need to hear you. Because
Okay.
you got something to say. Don't be afraid.
Okay.
You're not, right?
A little bit.
Okay. We're going to find out why.
Okay.
So, Brittany, how old are you?
I am 34.
34, okay. And you work a job?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Work for the state of Georgia.
Who'd you vote for? I'm just playing. You don't have to answer that. Don't answer that. So, you work for the state of Georgia and you have a business.
Yes.
Selling what?
My business is the Banana Pudding Company, and it is a dessert company that actually specializes in banana pudding.
Is it good?
It's great.
What else you got?
So my company specializes in banana pudding, so I have a variety of flavors of banana pudding, and we also do banana pudding cake, cupcakes.
A variety of flavors of banana pudding?
Yes.
What kind of flavors?
So I have a strawberry dream. I have a pecan toffee pound cake banana pudding.
What?
Yeah, so it's about 6 flavors at this point.
Okay, what are the other 4?
So I have the original, which is made with the vanilla wafers.
Yeah.
I have a strawberry, which is made with a strawberry cake and red velvet. And I also have a vanilla, which is made with a vanilla rum cake. Excuse me.
Was that 6? Was that 6? That wasn't 6.
It was.
But original strawberry, red velvet, the rum cake.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Strawberry dream.
So strawberry and strawberry dream are 2 different ones.
Yes.
Okay, strawberry dream.
And the pecan toffee pound cake.
Pecan toffee. Okay, cool. And how do you sell them now?
So currently my business is closed. I actually closed in 2021. And
when did you start?
I started a dessert company in 2017, and I rebranded to the Banana Pudding Company in 2019.
And then 2021, you closed.
Yes.
When you say close, like you had a physical store, you just didn't open anymore, or close, you just stopped doing it?
So I was operating out of a shared kitchen. So it was many food businesses, operating out of a shared space.
Like a ghost kitchen?
Somewhat. Mm-hmm.
Why'd you close? In 2021?
Yes.
At the height of money flowing in the economy?
Yeah.
There were people who preferred not to go to work because they could make more with unemployment. So people got this disposable cash
Mhm.
and these loans that was going out. I got me one.
Mhm.
I got me like two. I paid one off. One was forgiven, but I had real employees. I wasn't scamming.
Yeah.
Just want to put that out there. So why'd you
So
close?
so I left my full-time job in 2020, and
Mm-hmm.
then, of course, the world shut down.
Yeah.
So I had to, figure things out. I ran my business through, most of the pandemic. And, that was a process of me just kind of figuring things out, piecing stuff together. And, after, you know, getting through the tough months of the pandemic, things kind of slowed down a bit. And I ended up going back to work at the end of 2020. And I tried to operate the business while working full time, and it just didn't work out. So that's ultimately why I ended up closing.
I'm sorry. When did you get the shared space?
So I got the shared space in 2020. I can't remember exactly.
In 2020.
2020. Mm-hmm.
You're working a job 2019. You quit your job in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get another job because you can't, because you said you closed because you couldn't work a job in the business. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
When did you go get another job?
Maybe like November of 2020.
November 2020.
Mm-hmm.
When did you shut down the business?
Maybe March or April of 2021.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
You quit a job. Why'd you quit your first job?
The environment, it wasn't a great environment. And, you know, to
You
be
quit the
honest,
job because it was.
I jumped too quickly.
Mhm.
I jumped too quickly, and, I thought I could figure it out as I went, but it didn't quite work out like that.
So you quit because, hold on. When did you quit the job?
Um, January of 2020?
So before the pandemic.
Yes.
And you quit. Where was the money coming in at that time when you quit?
So I was working like some side jobs, like, Instacart, things like that. But I also got a payout from the state that, sustained me. And also the little money I
Why they
had
pay you out?
when you leave the state or you resign, if you have, money, like if you have a big pot of annual leave, they pay that out to you.
About how much?
At that time I received it was about 9,000. Yeah.
Hood rich. 9,000, you hood rich.
Yeah.
That's lit. Okay. We leave this job in January of 2020 because of the environment,
Mhm.
or someone probably told you that you had some money that if you leave, they'll just give you the 9 grand. And you're like, yo, I'm out because I don't like y'all people here. But when you left, you didn't have a plan, correct?
Correct.
Why would you leave a job without a plan?
Again, just ill prepared. I jumped out there too quickly.
Just an emotion.
Yeah.
You married?
No.
What that ring mean?
Uh,
Somebody gave you a promise ring?
no. It's just a ring I've
That's
had
a
for
promise ring.
about
No?
just a ring I've had for about 15 years.
Do you plan on getting married?
Eventually,
You
one
need to take
day.
that ring off, girl. How you going? Somebody will be like, I don't want to approach because
I've
she's already
heard that.
spoken for with that promise ring.
I've heard that.
So why do you keep it on?
Out of habit at this point.
We're going to get into the business part,
Okay.
but you realize that in some areas of our life, we do stuff just to be doing them, but there's no real reason
Mm-hmm.
why we do them, right? And we just do it, and it could hinder something else that we want, but we're doing them just because we do them. I quit the job. Why'd you quit the job? It was just the environment. Well, there was an emotional thing, and I didn't think through it, maybe, and I just did it. I desire to find that special person in my life. Do you have someone right now? No? I desire to have that special person, but I'm going to wear this ring that I've always worn for no other reason than the fact that I've always worn it. That's hindering me getting what I really want, but I can't even explain why I do it. It's not a good way of thinking or approaching life.
I agree.
Does that ring have special meaning to you?
So originally, this ring was purchased at a Christian store. So, I was finding myself getting more into, my religion, and I purchased it.
No, but I'm trying to see like why you purchased it.
At the time, it was a symbol of just my faith.
Married to God.
We're talking about 15 years ago. I was much younger. So, marriage honestly wasn't even a thought.
Isn't that interesting that we can do something 15 years ago and now we just find ourselves doing it? And at the point we are now, we don't even remember why we did it, but we still do it.
Yeah.
Even though it could drastically hinder a certain part of your life. You was at the grocery store last week and there was somebody looking at you like, a little snack. I wish I could put her in my cart. But then they looked down and saw that ring and said, I'm not disrespectful. And that's the one you want, the one that's not disrespectful. Take the ring off.
Okay.
Like now, or put it on the other hand or something.
So this is the only finger that it fits on. And really and truly is more so like without it, my hand feels bare. And it's, it's just something simple that I have. But I will take it off.
Take it off. You're wearing it because it feels good on your hand.
True.
But it could be drastically hindering another part of your life.
And I agree with that.
Are you going to put that on when you leave here?
No, I'm not.
Did you have the thought, I'm going to put this back on when I leave here?
No.
Just give it to me. Just give it to me. Thank you. And I'm not giving it back. It's a nice ring. It's a nice ring.
And it's simple. It's,
Today, I promise I will wait agreeing to be... Hold on. Okay. Today, I promise I will wait agreeing to stay pure because I know God loves me and his blessing is in store. Today, I promise I will wait. That actually should have been a period or a comma. It's a run-on sentence. You were in this run-on sentence for 15 years. Do a lot of people approach you in the streets?
Not a lot.
You know why?
Because of the ring.
This little ring? Girl, you a snack. Did you know that?
I don't really refer to myself as that.
You a snack.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. As I refer to my wife as a snack. Walking around the house looking at a little snack. Okay. This is a representation of us just doing stuff just to do it and not having it thought through.
Okay.
And we can somehow convince ourselves that this is the life that we want. And we can convince ourselves that even for the next 20 years, you might find yourself, you're 33, 34.
34.
We can find ourselves for the next 20 years being 54. Wearing this and convincing ourselves that I don't need nobody. Now, if you were saying this was like my grandma's and it reminds me, or it was my mother's and she passed and this is a reminder, I'd have wear this thing and we just got to deal with those lonely nights another way, right? But there's no reason for it. But this is representing also a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
We quit our job because we just quit our job. And then maybe we went into that shared kitchen because we just went into the shared kitchen. Maybe we shut down our business because we just shut down our business. Maybe we haven't run the business for the last 3 years because we just haven't run it. But there's no reasoning behind it.
I disagree.
Let's talk about it.
Mm.
I was hoping you would.
There are some parts where, logic was thrown out the window,
Give me an
but
example. Other than the ring.
leaving the job,
Okay, cool.
that definitely wasn't planned out.
Yeah.
But as far as the business, me not operating or running my business in the last 3 years, it's because of the obstacles I went through earlier. It's because I want to learn the business. It's because I want to have, processes and other things in place before I reopen. So I think that, that's the best way to go because, I learned when I left my job and tried to operate my business that I didn't know a lot of the things I thought I knew.
Okay. So what you're saying is, I didn't open for the last 3 years because I want to get processes and I want to learn the business first, which is a good reason
Mhm.
why you haven't opened.
Mhm.
That's what you're saying, yes?
Yes.
So instead of 3 years, why not 2 years? Why didn't we open last year?
Procrastination.
Good. So there's no real reason between 3 years and 2 years.
No, it's always been, putting it off. I'll stay closed for a year and then reopen. That didn't happen. I'll reopen next year. That didn't happen.
But why?
Fear and mainly fear, if I'm being honest.
What are you
Mainly
afraid
fear.
of?
Failing, um, mainly failing,
What
and
happens if you fail?
I fail. I start again.
So there's no real reason why you didn't start. Because you're not afraid of failure because you failed before.
Mm-hmm.
Or so to speak. It was a lesson, but
Yeah.
you failed before.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you didn't start again. That's what I'm saying. This is a representation that you do stuff just to be doing it, and we're not thinking. And not doing something is the same thing as doing something, meaning we didn't start the business for no reason at all. There's nothing holding us back from starting the business,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes and no.
Explain that.
Um, Money.
How much you need?
To start, minimally about $5,000.
You need $5,000 to start your business? Are you
If I
sure?
want to operate legally. When I first started, like everyone else, I was operating out of my house.
Okay.
Um, but again, reopening, I want to do things right. I want to have a space for my business, and do it legally.
And you think $5,000 will get you into a space?
Yes, to start.
Okay. Where?
It would be another shared space, another shared kitchen. I don't think I'm ready. I know I'm not ready to, have a standalone spot or
Gotcha.
place.
Better question. How do we get the 5,000? Because now we're coming to a real answer. If you don't have the 5,000, you just don't have the 5,000 to start.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get the 5,000?
So I'm using my job now to, prepare for the reopening.
How much
So
you make?
um,
100?
no, about 60.
About 60?
Mm-hmm.
60 ain't bad. So 60, that's about before taxes, 5,000 a month,
Mm-hmm.
which after taxes, probably like 33, 3,500,
Yeah.
something like that. Depending on your tax situation. And we could save up some money.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been saving?
Yes.
You got some money saved?
Yes.
Good. Or you go to church.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you got one of them churches that do fish fries.
So no, I don't have a church home. So, I'm kind of you know.
Where you be going?
So I've gone to I can't remember the name. There's a church in Austell that I've been visiting, a newer church.
So you don't go to church a lot.
Um, I would say 2 or 3 times a month.
Okay,
Mm.
that's cool. Did you know that there are places that you could be a vendor and you can make your banana pudding and you can make some money?
Yes, I've been a lot in the past.
Really? Did you make some money?
I have. I have. That's actually how I started, even operating out of my home. That was the main source of, my money, my
So you don't think that you could, in these last 3 years, vend it at some places to get this 5,000?
of course. Of course.
So what is the root of the problem of why we haven't started? Because you still haven't given me a good reason why we need to take 3 years off.
Um,
Because we throw stuff out there, fear, then we find out, oh, I'm not really afraid.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, the money, I need 5,000. Then we realize we really don't. We could just vend
Yeah.
and make some cupcakes out the crib, get the 5,000, get into the space how we want to, and then launch it.
Yeah. I think again, fear and
Fear of
the
what?
the fear of putting everything into this business again and I don't know,
Here's what I
struggling.
don't believe.
Mhm.
I don't believe you put everything you had into this business. And I don't even know you. This is our first time having a conversation. I've never
Mhm.
met you a day in my life. I didn't even look at your file or anything like that. I'm getting to know you right now.
Mhm.
I don't believe you put everything you had into your business.
What do you mean?
Um, I just think you could have did more. You could have learned more. You could have. I think procrastination is something that we have. We don't turn it on and off. It's like who we become.
Mhm.
So I think between January 2020, when you quit the job, and then you start this business, and when you decided to go get another job, I think that was you realizing that you're not willing to put everything you have into the business. So I get a job and then I can't manage the job and the business, let the business go, and now I just keep the job. But the procrastination and not putting everything into the business is why you went and got a job in the first place, unless your banana pudding is just disgusting.
So it's not disgusting. Um,
If people like it, they're buying it. But if they're not buying it, it might not be good.
when I
Disgusting is a hard word. Maybe it's not disgusting. Maybe it's just not good.
It's great, actually. It's great.
Do people ask you to make it?
Yes. I've done catering events, mini events. So that's the taste and the quality of the product that I have is not the issue.
Do people still hit you up for catering events?
Yes.
And what do you say?
I, s- I say that at the moment, we're not operating.
My next question is why do you say that to people?
Along with fear, there is this
You're not
want.
afraid,
Along
bruh.
with fear, there's this want of perfection that I wanted to obtain. I wanted everything to be perfect in order, even though that's not really how I started. So I think that's another obstacle or another, mindset thing. Like I gotta have everything perfect, gotta have everything, in order before I reopen or before I take these events or what have you.
You have to have everything perfect, right?
Hmm.
In your 34 years,
Hmm.
what have you done that was perfect? Or name one scenario that worked out perfectly.
Mm, probably nothing, to be quite
There's not
honest.
one.
Yeah.
There's not one.
Hmm.
Perfection doesn't even exist. And you know that,
I do know that, but we
but you've
have our
decided
own.
to chase something that you know doesn't even exist. You understand what I'm saying?
I do, but we have our own, perspective or version of perfection. whatever that looks like to each person.
What does it look like to you?
I think I don't think I'm an unrealistic person. I think what it looks like to me in business is operating in a professional manner, from taking payments to showing up at an event prepared, you know.
Hold on. So when you do catering events, you show up unprepared.
No.
You don't ever show up unprepared.
No, I mean, there's been times where I may have left something, but you improvise.
Okay. The banana pudding, when people ask you to do catering events, it's imperfect. It's not to your standard.
Usually, yeah.
It usually is, right? So, and how do people pay you?
So when I was operating, Square, or Zelle, things like that.
You
So
still have Zelle?
No, not for my business.
Do you have a business account?
Not anymore.
Okay. I call you and I say, Brittany, I want you to make some of this red velvet banana pudding. And you're going to say what to me?
I'm going to say, for how many people?
For how many people? And I say, well, actually, there's an event going on here at the studio. There's going to be about 100. It's a scary number. You can't handle 100 though, right?
I could.
You could? Okay. All right, I say it's 100. What's your next question?
My next question is, in what form would you like it? We have the individual cups. We have party-sized pans.
Let me get them individual cups.
Okay.
How much?
So let me work out some numbers for this size group, and I'll give you a small discount because of the size, and I'll send you a real quote.
Okay. What part of that process are you so afraid of? Look, man, I see y'all enjoying the episode, but entrepreneurship is tough, as you can see. But if you want to make more money, get more information, and really have more support, you need a community, okay? Morning Meetup is a community that I've started 6 years ago, where every single morning I'm talking to a group of entrepreneurs, giving them more information, giving them support, and teaching them how to make more money, how to grow their business, okay? We have a book club that you need to be a part of. We have meetups that you need to be a part of. The missing link is connection to not only a coach, but a community, okay? You don't have to join every single morning, okay? But if you wake up this morning, you know that we are there Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, okay? Join our book club. You don't have to speak. You could be quiet. You don't have to have your camera on, but the more you're on, you want people to see your face and connect with us, okay? The morning meetup will get you more money, more information, and more support this year, 2024, okay? So it's only $497 for the entire year. That's 250 calls with a community teaching you how to do this thing called entrepreneurship, okay? So if this interview resonates with you at any point and you say, yo, you know what? The way he's talking to him or the way he's talking to her, I need him to talk to me like that. Well, join us every single morning. And quiet as kept, most of the people that are on the hot seat come from the Morning Meetup community. You all get priority, all right? So go to themorningmeetup.com. Let's get back to the episode. What part of that process are you so afraid of?
At this point, I'm not. Like I said, I'm preparing to reopen, but
Brittany, I need you to stop lying to me, okay? Because earlier you said, I'm afraid. And I say, well, what are you afraid of? You're like, afraid of failure. And then I say, well, what part of the process of we getting this order in are you afraid? You said, I'm not afraid. So what is it? Are you afraid or you're not afraid?
So we're discussing why I haven't reopened in the past 3 years. I'm preparing to reopen. I have a business coach. I am, I'm preparing.
How long have you been preparing?
About 2 months.
Okay. What about the other, almost 3 years? We haven't been preparing.
Those are in the past. Those are in the past.
That is in the past, but I'm just trying to understand the pattern of the last almost 3 years. We just weren't preparing.
Somewhat. I got comfortable, working a job.
Okay. We're getting somewhere. It's not that you're afraid. It's not that you don't have the money. You're just comfortable and you don't need the money. And you don't really want to build this business.
I do need the money, but I got
No,
comfortable.
no,
I
no.
got comfortable in
Someone
that.
says, I said, do people still do catering jobs? Ask you for catering? You say, yeah, you still hit me up. I go through this scenario of finding out if someone calls you, I'm trying to really understand what you're saying to these people on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
I want a catering. I want you to like give me this banana pudding because it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And you're telling me that your answer is, I'm not open right now. I can't do it right now. When really you can do it. You're either lying to them, you're lying to me, or you're lying to yourself. I'm trying to understand if the goal has been to prepare and get ready, and I need this $5,000 to start, but I don't have $5,000, and someone calls you and says, I've got a part of this $5,000, and your automatic answer is no for no reason either. Because you can go to Kroger or Publix, get the material, make it at your house. You're saying there's nothing wrong with the quality. You know that people are going to love it, right?
Yes.
You know, when they taste this banana pudding, they're going to love it. I'm trying to get the real story because you've been lying a lot today.
I have not been lying, but I mean, that is the real story. It's a combination of fear, procrastination, wanting to be perfect. And, now I'm getting over that and I'm, getting ready to
Are
reopen.
you getting over it?
I am. I have an event, my first event on December 12th. An event that I've been planning maybe for 5 years. And again, procrastination.
5 years?
Fear.
Dang. What's the event?
So it's a dessert tasting. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and it's going to consist of different courses of desserts.
Where are you doing it at?
I am Atlanta.
Where at though?
There's an art studio on Wells Street that I'm utilizing for the event.
Okay. Is it free?
No.
You got to pay them. You have to pay for the studio.
Yes.
Okay. Are you charging tickets?
Yes.
How much are people paying?
$30.
$30 for the tasting. You got people signed up already?
No.
How much is the venue?
The venue is $69 an hour.
How many hours you need?
4. So the event is going to be 2 hours, but I'm using an hour to set up and maybe an hour to clean up.
For about $280. for the venue.
$311.
Huh?
$311.
$311. Are you nervous about selling tickets? Like who's gonna buy?
Tickets specifically, yeah, I guess. I'm nervous about the event in its totality.
Because nobody could show up.
Exactly. But I'm gonna go through with it. Maybe 2 people will show up, and then it's gonna be a monthly event, and I feel like it can get worse, but in my mind, it can only get better.
Who told you to do this event? Your coach?
Um, yes, kinda. It was something that we started talking about.
How much you pay this coach?
I am paying her about $3,000
$3,000 to do what?
to assist me in my business.
Go on and fire her.
Why should I fire her?
Because the event is December what?
12th.
December 12th? Okay, maybe you lit. Maybe hold on. What's your Instagram?
The Banana Pudding Company.
The
THE.
banana pudding company. Okay. 754 followers. I ain't mad at that. Okay.
So there's not much action.
Road to reopening. We did that in April, which was September, October. So 7 months ago, you posted Road to Reopening, which I don't disagree that you're on the road to reopening. Oh, May, you posted Road to Reopening again. Banana pop-up shop. Oh, so you did a pop-up shop in April.
Yeah. Did one in April.
You did a pop-up shop in April. How'd it go?
It went well. I sold out.
Was it somebody else's pop-up shop or was yours?
No, so I met this lady. She owns a restaurant in Smyrna. And she allowed me to, come and sell my products. I set up, my sign outside, balloons and things like that. So it was good.
I'm fearful that this isn't going to work out for you, December 13th,
Why?
because you're already not taking money from people who want to give you money, but now
Mhm.
you got to find some people to give you money that you want to give you money. Meaning you got to sell tickets.
Mhm.
This tasting, you got to pay this $30. You got to pay $30 to be there. And that's going to be a challenge. I'm afraid that you're going to be too afraid to sell tickets and you're just not in a space where you need to do that. And I think you're
Mhm.
going to waste your money.
Mm, I disagree. I disagree.
Okay, how do you plan on promoting it?
So, I got a late start. I will admit that. So currently it's on Eventbrite. I'm my business coach. She's gonna come and facilitate business conversation, questions, things like that.
You
And
have to pay her to do that?
no,
Okay. Oh, it's in the fee. It's
not
in the 3,000.
not really. Kinda, not really. No.
So does she have a following?
Yes,
Okay, so she's gonna promote it.
yes. But I also have a black-owned wine company that's also coming. So spoke with them last night, and they're also gonna start promoting it.
They're gonna promote it.
Hmm.
When someone buys a $30 ticket from the Black-owned wine company, are they giving you the whole $30 or?
Yes. And I set it up that way. I actually purchased the wine from them for the event
Mm,
instead of them showing up and, giving free tastings and things like that.
how much wine did you buy?
Um, I bought a case of 6,
So
which
you bought a case of wine. So
mhm,
of course they'll be like, yeah, we'll promote.
yeah.
But they're not promoting like that. Trust me on this.
Well, I can understand that, but
Yeah. I mean, they may repost something in their
mhm,
stories or something, but they're not gonna go hard with promoting.
okay.
And as business coach, you pay $3,000. They're coming because they want to service the client.
Mhm.
I don't know how hard they're gonna go at promoting because you get the whole $30 or you're splitting it with them.
I get the whole $30.
I've been doing events for a long time.
Mhm.
I would advise you, and I'm not even a coach that you paid.
Mhm.
I would advise you to not do this event. I would advise you to find another pop-up that already has traffic and you just be there and sell your cakes. Or
Okay.
not cakes, but
Banana
banana
pudding.
pudding. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's too much of a heavy lift of putting an event together and promoting the event, which I don't know how good you are at either one of those.
Mhm.
This is a really bad idea. And your coach isn't that good of a coach to
Mhm.
let you do this.
I don't know if I
We
agree with
need
that.
we need to start building a following. You haven't even posted on social media in 6 months.
Mhm.
You got an email list?
I do. I have an old email list.
It's not active. You don't have any other assets. And and I do events. It's hard for me to promote and put on an event. And I've done them both for a very, very long time.
Mhm.
And it's still tough. I don't think this is a good step, especially with the time crunch that we have right now. Not prepared, time crunch. This event will only discourage you further when it's you and 2 people there.
I disagree.
On what part?
It won't discourage me.
You've been discouraged on a business that actually was working for a while. You've been discouraged for the last 3 years.
Well, I think my mindset is different and I'm ready. I'm ready to restart.
Why don't we restart in a way that doesn't have as much risk?
It's not a lot of risk.
It is.
Financially, it's not a lot of risk.
Yes, it is. You need $5,000 to relaunch. You pay this coach 3,000. You're about to spend what it was. You said 511 on the venue.
311, which I booked him through Peerspace. So I had a pretty good credit from the pandemic, so I didn't have to pay anything for the space. So the space was pretty much free.
There's another way of launching this business. that doesn't take. The biggest cost is you actively promoting it, because I'm telling you that wine company is not going to promote it. Your coach isn't going to promote it because she's promoting her coaching services. And no disrespect to you, coach, because I don't know you. So don't think I'm attacking you. I don't know you. In my head, there's this fictional person, and you might have a good reason why she needs to be doing this, but for educational and entertainment purposes only, I'm going to tell her this is a bad idea. Because you don't know how to promote,
Okay.
right? Or you do?
I feel like I do.
Okay. How are we going to promote?
I am going to promote by utilizing social media, and
I knew that was your first answer,
of course,
which
and
isn't a bad way, but let's dig into that one first.
mhm.
What does that look like, promoting on social media?
So I'm in a lot of Atlanta event groups, things like that. So I would utilize those, my business page, my personal
I'm
page.
sorry, when you say utilize the groups, what do you mean?
Just go into the groups and advertise my event.
Okay, when you say go into the groups and advertise your event, what do you mean?
Post the event on the event page and, engage in conversations with the members about the event.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
hmm And aside from
But
event,
you can't overdose on those because
Mhm.
they'll kick you out for being spammy.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So aside from Eventbrite, there are other event sites that I'm posting the event to, and I created some special tickets within Eventbrite where I'm going to send out to previous customers, so they will receive a special rate if they attend. So yeah.
And that's it. We wait for Eventbrite people to just see it and like it and buy it. And we're going to post on social media, which we haven't posted on social media in 5 months.
Well, I have posted the event, not on Instagram yet,
Where have you posted the event?
on the Facebook page
When'd you do that?
yesterday.
How'd it go? Let's find it. What's your page?
Same, the Banana Pudding Company.
The banana. This banana word is kicking my butt. Banana pudding. All one word?
Yes.
Is that it right there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We posted on the page yesterday. 13 hours ago. Okay. Yep. Not one like, not one comment, not one share, not one nothing. And this is one of your main streams of promoting?
I mean,
I'm trying to save you. You know what I'm saying? It's not just because it sounds like something good to say. I'm trying to help you.
and I get that. I get that.
You may be committed to this idea because it's an idea that you had, just how we were committed to this ring because I like the ring. So I'm committed to wearing it because I've been wearing it. And I'm committed to this event because I'm just committed to the event. But what I'm saying is there's a lot better places to put our time, energy, and attention to start relaunching this business. Like going to a small business, a small restaurant and say, can I feature my banana puddings here? That's what my guys at Uncle Phil's did. They sell cheesesteaks. They're killing it. And for a long time, they were looking for a dessert company to say, yeah, let's collaborate. Another business like us, we doing this together. You support them, you supporting us. And they just said, I just went there yesterday to eat and had one of the cheesecakes. Phenomenal. It was probably because someone knocked on the door and said, hey, y'all need some desserts? I got some desserts. Or you go to somewhere like the Sister Shop in Atlantic Station and you say, yo, we're going to do this a free event. We're going to sell some banana puddings. Maybe I don't have a whole lot of money, but let's do it together. You get a percentage of each one that sells. It's probably not going to come out to $400 either. And you have somebody else that's incentivized to promote it because they make money too. That's why I'm asking, Your coach or the wine company, when they promote, do they get benefit in any way? No. Okay, they got other things to promote.
Maybe.
But you're committed to this idea.
I am committed to it.
Okay. We'll just move on, okay?
I am committed to it.
All right. So what do you need help from? Here's the thing. Even I'm gonna ask you if there's like some assistance that you need that I can help you with. But I'm afraid that you won't even use it.
That's not true.
Okay, let's do it. Give me your questions.
So, in me restarting this business again, I'm trying to, or my goal is to have everything in order, do everything in order this time. And I guess my main question would be, what would be, in your opinion, the best route for marketing or getting my specific type of product in front of people?
Don't do this event.
Okay.
Okay. And I would start creating content maybe on the process of you making these banana puddings, or going to different stores, asking them to hold your banana puddings and sell them, and maybe there's some rev share, or they buy them wholesale up front at a lower cost. And I come back in a week and, I'll take, whatever part I sell, but you record that content and that grind, and you record people tasting your banana puddings because they're amazing, right?
Yes.
That's how I go about it.
Okay.
Because we need to build this brand of you being on a journey, and people like people on a journey. So if you can show people that you're on a journey to rebuilding your business, rebuilding your life in some way, and we can attach a story, more people will buy for support. And they buy because they see all these other people saying, this is the best banana pudding I've ever had in my life. You'll want to try that.
Okay. So I have done that in the past where I partner with small businesses and they've actually displayed my products.
How'd it go?
So it went well. So that's not really new. The issue is the licensing, the insurance, things like that that you don't necessarily have to have in place depending on the business. But I would love to have it in place for my own protection.
How much is the licensing and insurance?
So the licensing that I need is with the Department of Ag, which is not something I can get without a space. And then insurance.
So how do you go about, do you know the process of getting your licensing? So hold on, you need a space to get licensing.
Yes, because they actually come out and inspect the space, which is the process. I'm sorry, I skipped that part where I was actually in the process of obtaining a space maybe a month or so ago, ready to sign and everything. And I backed out of that because I felt like, I was moving too fast again. So with the Department of Agriculture, they have to actually come out and inspect the place that you will be operating your business out of.
So not a shared kitchen again?
Yes, it's the same process with shared kitchen.
Okay, how much is the shared kitchen to go in?
It depends on the location. It can be anywhere from
The
maybe
one
like
you were looking at?
about $400 a month, and then
$400
for a specific
and
amount of hours.
And you pulled out because of what?
I felt like I was moving too fast again. I wasn't ready for that responsibility of having, that extra expense for a business that I really haven't even been operating in or
You know what I would have done?
what?
Instead of paying this $3,000 to this coach, I just got this store. Or this event that's going to cost you $400 something, or and on top of that case of wine that you bought, I'd have just take that money and I went to the space. Let's just not do this event. Let's take the money that you would spend there and get the space.
So you are suggesting I get a space for a business that you said I haven't been promoting properly.
Only because you said you're ready. And you said there's two things standing in your way of going to different stores. I'm going to attack a couple things.
Mhm.
One, you said, well, I've been to restaurants and I partnered with them. That's nothing new. Well, my goal isn't to give you anything new.
Mhm.
My goal is to give you what works. Did it work before?
It did.
So the way my brain works, and I have a weird brain. The way my brain works is if I did something once and it worked, maybe I should just do it again. And it may work again. And then I'll create this extra income.
Mm-hmm.
Because you said the thing standing in between you going back to doing what works is you want to get your license and you want to get your insurance. I said, well, how much is the insurance? You said what, $400 or whatever? Or that was for the license?
The license probably would be $250 to $400. They have levels with the
Yep.
Department of Ag. Mm-hmm.
I would 100% not do this event, get the space, get the license, the insurance, start making cakes, start documenting this process of going to these different stores who can hold this banana pudding, telling your customers and your supporters to go buy there, because when they buy there, they keep selling.
Mm-hmm.
And this becomes a passive income for you. Now, you still got to make the puddings, but it becomes a distribution point where all you have to do is drop off the puddings. They do the hard work of selling it. They bring your money back. And then we can start predicting how much you're going to need.
Mm-hmm.
This place sells out of 30 of them a month. Cool. I don't know what the profit margins are, but that's a certain stream of income as long as they keep doing their job. And if they keep growing and it's as good as you say it is, all I need is a distribution point for people to like it, because then they're going to come back and we'll start to see it growing.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't be ready to do this event where you don't even understand promotion and you're in your mind, you really don't even know how I'm going to get all these people there. You're ready for that, but you're not ready to just open your business to where you can legally sell what you offer.
And I think that my mindset was when I had the space in the beginning, I at least had traction. I had, people that were actively buying from me.
Yes.
So now if I get a space, I'm going to be starting from the beginning, kind of like when I was operating out of my home.
Mm.
So it's kind of like reobtaining customers.
Here's the good news.
Mm-hmm.
We all have to start at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
We all have to start at the beginning. Actually, you see the space that we're in right now?
Mm-hmm.
I bought this space in 2020. I didn't open it till 2022. And we've been operating since then, right? It took a 2-year process. There was nothing here. There was just 4 walls and a dirt floor. None of this stuff was here.
Mm-hmm.
And I just painted out piece by piece. But I had to start with a blank canvas. But a few years ago, I did the same thing with some partners of mine with a building right down the street. There was nothing there, no walls, dirt floor. We had to build it out. So I built it once, and actually that building it started to be an expense. It started to cost us money. But guess what? I came here, decided to do it again because I know what I'm gonna do differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're gonna do differently this time than last time, right?
Yeah.
And I think, again, I don't know you. I don't know the story. I didn't ask enough questions, and I'm a conclusion jumper. I jump to conclusions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I do best. My conclusion that I'm jumping to is maybe people liked your banana pudding and you started to live off of referrals, but when you had to actually go get some business, well, I don't have that kind of energy. I don't have that aggressiveness or like to go get it and go find some new customers. So when the referrals slow down, the business starts to fail, I go get a job. That's just the picture that I have in my head. It could be right or wrong. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to know what you did wrong. You got to ask yourself, am I ready for that? And I'm telling you, what I'm telling you to do is way easier than trying to get somebody to buy a $30 ticket for a tasting.
Mm-hmm.
That is an incredibly difficult task.
For $30?
For $30.
Why do you say that?
Bro, I be trying to teach people how to make millions. And a $30 ticket is like, golly. And I have the proof and the evidence. It's hard. Yo, I have a community.
Mm-hmm.
I meet with people every morning. I give them this type of information every day, every Thursday since 2017 or 2018, 2019. 2019, I started another company, but then I switched it 2019. Every day since 2019, I've coached entrepreneurs every morning, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, every day. From 2019, the last 5 years, people have watched me make millions. People have watched me build huge media platforms. People have watched me build multiple shows. This is another show. People have watched me build this building, buy it cash. It's got to be worth about $1 million, and I don't even own no mortgage on it. So, like, I've done some stuff every day. To be a part of my community is $79 a month or $500 for the year. You'd think that'd be an easy sell. You want to be a successful entrepreneur, right?
Yes,
Do you believe I can help you?
I do.
Okay. Are you in the morning meetup?
I'm not.
See? I don't even know what else I can do. Every few months, we have a meetup that doesn't cost them anything. And I spend the whole day with them. It's a room full of people here. If you can't make it virtually, we put it on the screen and you're there with us. And I am coaching and teaching this formula that I've developed, that I've helped a whole lot of other people. And when I tell people to join the morning meetup and go to themorningmeetup.com, little promotion, they don't. It's like 74 cents a day.
True.
And people know me. I have 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, probably 500,000 on Instagram. I have a big following. I understand promotion. This is going to be a hard $30 ticket sell. Trust me. I'm saying it's a bad idea. I'd
Yeah.
rather you put the money into whatever foundation you need. You need that space, you need the venue, you need to get your license and insurance and all that kind of stuff. And even on the weekends, we just build on the weekends.
Okay.
This event is going to be it's going to be wasted energy, wasted time, money, and energy. I'm not even mad at you wasting the money, but the all the stuff you got to put in for maybe, and I'm not saying you're not going to succeed, but it's a high possibility. Like you said, it could be 2 people there. Selling tickets is hard. I'm just trying to give you an easier of the hard.
Okay.
If you have an amazing product, your major objective is to get that product in the mouth of people. Pause. There's a lot going on right there. That was crazy. That was crazy. You gotta get people to try it. That's it.
Okay. So what's the difference?
Cancel the event.
Okay.
Are you gonna cancel it?
I'm going to strongly consider it.
I'm not giving you this ring back because you would put this ring back on.
No. But this is a serious question.
Okay.
What's the difference between me doing these events
Mhm.
and promoting my business and someone creating a podcast with the intent of promoting a business?
I don't understand.
If someone creates a podcast and they are promoting a separate business,
Mhm.
what's the difference between me doing these events, promoting, my main business or my business that I'm trying to reopen?
Because you could sit in your living room and turn a camera on and record. And you don't need anybody to buy anything.
True.
I'm just saying, go watch it. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. It's free.
Well, what if it's a free event?
That might be better, but I'm just saying then it's just a lot of overhead. It's just putting together the decor and
Mhm.
all that kind of stuff. It's just events are hard. Getting people to come out of the house. I'd rather you create content and go to them. And after you've built up a little, just get that momentum back, then we do an event.
Okay.
Let's get out in the streets. I just don't want to come on here and see that your last post was 5 months ago. Let's get some engagement going. Let's get some tastings and let people know. The first thing I see on your Instagram page is we are temporarily closed. Temporarily closed for 3 years.
In those 3 years, I have...
Take that off your body. Take that off. Take that off. No, you have your phone?
No, I don't have it.
Take that off. We just put specialized in Southern homemade banana pudding. I don't want to see that you're temporarily closed. Is that the address of the temporarily closed place on your page?
Yes. That's the address for the last shared kitchen that I was in.
Take it off. Our job is to promote this business so that people can see it on a regular basis.
Okay.
Okay. Can I keep this ring?
Why?
Because I think you're gonna put it back on.
I'm not gonna put it back on.
What are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna put it in my jewelry box.
You're gonna look available.
In the jewelry box.
No, I'm saying you're gonna look available in these streets.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna find you a little, me. Watch. As soon as you walk out of here. You did a good job.
Thank you.
Are you gonna listen to me seriously?
Yes.
She's gonna do this event. Watch. Watch. When you do this event, you know what? How many people, what would be a successful event for you?
So this event, my goal was 10 to 15 people. So not even, necessarily breaking even. It's a start of, a monthly event.
Our goal should always to at least break even.
Yeah, eventually.
Do you know you can break even right now? You don't have to come out of money right now.
Mm-hmm. How so?
Just do something that doesn't cost a lot of money.
Okay.
Do a pop-up event at a restaurant that's already open. Mm-hmm. Do the podcast at a venue that's already open and operating, where it would be beneficial to them to bring traffic to them, and you sell your puddings. What's so wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Let's do that. Don't do this event. Cancel it.
Forever?
No, until you feel like you could do an event where you're gonna at least break even. Because this one, it would be, $30 is hard. Okay. In this economy, it's tough.
Okay.
I'm at 74 cents a day and I'm qualified. And I ain't take 3 years off.
Okay. In those 3 years, I have been doing events here and there. So it's,
She's gonna do this event, Kay. For sure. Hey, look, all right, look. If you do this event, you get 20 tickets sold.
My goal is 10 to 15.
Your goal is 10 to 15, because you're gonna do the event, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, she is. If you sell 15 tickets, okay, I will use you for my next catering order.
If I sell 10 tickets?
15 tickets.
Okay.
No, because that's still me encouraging you to do this event. You know what? If you don't do the event, I'll use you for my catering event, my next event.
When is the next event?
I don't know. We'll do something. We do this morning meetup joint like three times a year.
Okay.
You cancel this event, I'll use you for my next one.
Okay.
Yeah, you did good.
I think that he pointed out a lot of things that I kind of already knew about myself, but didn't want to admit. So, it was good. I would say the key takeaway was just doing things that make sense, and not operating in fear, and just doing what I say I'm gonna do, and stop procrastinating and prolonging things. I think that, his perspective, I think he made a very good points. And I think that me trying to do this event was just my way of, making something come to fruition that I've been working on or wanting to do for years. So I think he made very, very good points. I honestly don't know. I'm kind of stuck in between. Um, it would also mean me looking at, a refund policy for the event. And, it's a decision that I have to make. I think that the only thing I would want to clear up is the perception that I'm always just kind of doing things without thinking. Anything I would like to add? No, I'm excited about, restarting my journey, and start back doing, the thing that I'm passionate about and, just being dedicated to it.